Thompson. I'm a science teacher here at Terry Sandford High School in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's my 15th year of teaching. I've done all my years here. Fayetteville native, grew up in Hope Mills, and wanted to come back home after I did my time in the service and get back to the community that made me who I was. As part of being my science teacher experience here, I came into the opportunity to be part of the Agora. What really started my 3D printing journey was being part of the Agora grant with Fayetteville State University. It was ran some time ago. And I was hired as the first Cumberland County master teacher, they called it at the time, where we were giving educational consultation to kids who were getting involved with tech and stuff. And one of the techs that we brought on board was 3D printing. Once that grant was over with, I had a fire. Like I knew this tech was very valuable, very easy to engage for kids once we got them over a little bit of teaching in the beginning. And I'd already seen what to do with a small group of kids from across the county, and I wanted that in my house. I wanted that in my school. And so I wrote my first grant. We started with 5 little machines. And I was new to the grant writing world. I didn't really know what was out there. And as I started exploring around, I was like, wow, here's the Youth Growth Stock Trust that I came across from United Way. And I knew that this was going to be the vehicle that could probably make my dreams start coming true for these kids. I had lots of good vision for what I wanted to be in the 5 to 7 years, but it was really, really difficult to get that empowerment and agency from the school system itself, because I'm just a classroom teacher. And so in order to make those things come true, I had to look outside. And so I came across a Youth Growth Stock Trust, and I saw, hey, this is for Cumberland County students. They have an eye on something that's sustainable, and that was very important to me because I didn't want to start a program and just end it. So the YGST seemed like a really good fit, so I wrote for YGST. From that point, we got to a handful of machines. We got a little club started. We started making things for the school, things to get into the culture of the school, so that kids were like, see little reminders that they had this capability on campus that was provided by the United Way. The excitement was through the roof. Staff super excited. They didn't know what we can make. They'd ask what we could do. The kids wanted to be involved. They wanted to touch all the little toys and things we did, but we wanted them to touch the machines that made the toys. We invited them to become the elves in Santa's workshop instead of just waiting by the tree for the Christmas gifts to come. And again, exponentially, interest just grew. So I was like, okay, we have to go farther with this. We had an established club, we had an established core of kids who were using the machines, making things for the school, making things for themselves. And I wanted to push it further. I wanted to go outside the walls of my building, as we kind of like to say. On the last cycle of YGST, with our program being built and growing and being sustained, I wanted to reach out. And so we installed 10 different mini labs in 5 high schools and then 5 middle schools. And what we did is we used the funds to get them started on the journey that I had started beforehand. And we trained 20 teachers. We brought them in-house. We unboxed the machines together. We were side by side, shoulder by shoulder, putting them together, trying to help them through all the learning curve difficulties that we had without help and working alone, so that they wouldn't have to go through that. But we gave them a pair of machines. We worked with a pair of teachers, and we sent them off. And actually, we're still supporting them week to week. They will WebEx in, and they'll tell us whatever problems or questions, or just sometimes just friendly, collegial talking to each other. We've been building a social network of sorts of teachers who are interested in this tech and are making things happen locally. So when the United Way has empowered us, I felt it was important to try to pass that on and empower others who don't know the potential yet of what they could be doing. And we've had an amazing amount of response from that. So at this stage, I'm looking we went wide last year. This year I want to go deep. I want to work with just the attendance area schools. I want to focus on, instead of 10 schools, going a little bit of help with them. We want to take a handful of schools in our attendance area that we can be physically close, so we can visit, do site visits back and forth. And also we want to not just give them 2 machines, we want to help them get their own space started. We have a dedicated classroom, and we use a few of the spaces, some other classrooms too. We're actually overflowing now. And we want to help other schools get their own space set up according to their needs and what they have going on. So we're going to work with our attendance area next year. I'm looking at Max Abbott, I'm looking at Glendale, I'm looking at Ashley, maybe Almies, just everyone who's nearby. I'm still trying to decide what the scope is. But we're going to give them much more than just 2 machines. We're going to give them 3D printers. We're actually looking at some handheld pens that are great for young kids. You can actually just make things right from a pen that is powered. And also some vacuum form molding, which will help them make like molds for things that they can fill with resins or make cookies with or make their own toys. And if they see a copy of something, we'll be able to help them replicate things. So many different applications. Like there's no way I can like tell you the entire full spectrum and gamut of what's available, but to me it's important that we're making programs that help kids make real whatever they're dreaming of, and at the same time, year to year, we want to make sure that whatever seeds we're planting is fruit that we can grab next year and keep us sustainable, so that we don't have to always ask the school system for assistance. Everything that we have done so far has been through grant writing and through the Graces United Way and Youth Growth Stock Trust. We haven't had to ask permission from the school or the district to make things happen, and that agency that United Way has provided to us as teachers is very rare, and it's absolutely appreciated. So we're super thankful that the United Way has provided this to us, has taken that first faith step, and is now, hopefully, you see the trust in what we're doing, and will continue to help us continue to help the rest of the students across the county. And that's what we're doing here at Terry Sandford.